So hello and welcome, and in this video we will be taking a look at how we can actually highlight code inside of our website or web app, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to be really fun. Actually, we are going to use a library called PrismJS, which offers you this kind of syntax highlighting inside of your website, and they have a couple of different kind of themes which you can choose any of them. Like we have the default one, and when you select these themes, like let's say I select this one, so it gets highlighted right over here. So we also have the default one, and the default one is really simple, it's really nice, where the default one is a good light theme, but if you want a good dark theme, there is one called Okadia, which resembles the Monokai theme, like this. Okay, so you can take a look at that. And also tomorrow night, this one is also a good one. You can choose any one you want. For this tutorial I will be using the default and the Okadia theme, because these two I think are kind of stable, and these ones I don't like them a lot because they don't look like code themes, you can say. This one looks like that, but I usually don't use light themes, so a default and Okadia. So let's get started. What I have done here inside of VS Code, oh yeah, one thing, that codeSTACKr, if you don't know, that YouTuber, the developer who released his theme yesterday itself, and to be honest, it's a really nice theme. Go ahead and install it. Okay, 47 downloads till now. That's a great thing. So you can go ahead and install it right now and try it out. I'm using the muted version. So first of all, let's create an index.html file, and then let's create a styles.css file. That's what we need for this one. So in the index.html, I'm going to generate some boilerplate. So instead of document, I'm going to say code highlight or syntax highlight, whatever you want to say. And then inside of the body, let's just add an h1 and then hello world, as always. Hit save, and now let's just right click and open with live server. So that will spin up the live server. And if you don't know, live server is a VS Code extension which you can use to, whenever you change your code and save it, it automatically restarts or reloads your page. So we have simple hello world right now. So what we're gonna do is, basically we want to import the styles, the CSS file and the JavaScript file of the PrismJS library. So if we go back to their website, you can select whatever theme you want. So I'm going to select default, and then you can click download. So now yesterday when I tried Prism, I actually tried it in development version, and then when I tried it in minified version, it actually didn't work quite well. So there's some kind of problem, I guess, in the minified version, but the development version works fine. And so if we take a look, you can just select languages, and you can also select theme. Okay, any one of these themes. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna select one language, Python, and then I'm gonna select C++. Oh no, wait a second, where's C++? Yeah, and C and C#, and finally one called Dart. So we are not going to learn these languages, we are just going to copy and paste some hello world of these languages. So now once these languages are selected, what you can do is, you can just see a demo of your theme right here. Okay, and you can also copy this code, but I don't think you can copy this code and then paste this, copy and paste this. So I'm just going to download JS, and let's click, when we click download JS, we have to select the folder. Okay, it says So I'm just gonna save it. So I think 2 files are downloaded. Let me check. So now let's download the CSS file, and this is also going to save it. And now I'm quickly going to just move them to my VS Code project, and in the inside of VS Code I'm just going to drag and drop them, but actually I'm going to create a folder called Prism, and then I'm just gonna select them and drag and drop them right over there. And if you think, let me just delete both of these. So if you think these names are not good, because we will also be using light and dark themes, so I am gonna name this file Prism-light, because this is the default light theme, and this file the same, Prism-light. You can name it whatever you want, and actually we don't want to open it up. Let's close them, and I think that's it. So now let's import them. In the HTML, let's just say link dot slash style CSS, and I mean, this should not be style CSS, this should be Prism, and then the CSS file that we have, Prism-light. And then let's also import the JavaScript file, which is also quite well, script src dot slash prism, oh no, not prism, prism slash PrismLight.js. And you won't see any significant changes inside of your web browser, because these do not change your code, I mean your simple stuff. Now if you want to write I mean, if you want to show the highlighting of the code, let's just go below here and let's add a pre-tag, and let's add a code tag inside of it, and let's give a class to the code tag called language dash whatever language name you have selected, so CSS, let's say for now. And then I can say p, and then I can just do this. I'll explain you in a moment why am I doing something like this. Color red, let's hit save, and what you'll see is you will see your code written here using Prism.js. So it actually highlights your code. So now let me explain what's happening here. We wrap our code blocks inside of pre-tags. So basically whatever code we write, we should wrap it inside of pre-tags if it is a long code. Okay, if it is multi-line, or if you just want to show it to everyone like that. So you have CSS, you also have HTML, you also have C-like languages like JavaScript. So let's just do that. And yeah, one more thing, we have to have some problem with the indentation. Like if I was to indent it, oh no, if I was to indent it with the, I mean like pre-tag, okay, if I was to indent it, if I save it, and if we take a look, this is the issue. So pre-tags, what pre-tags actually do is they allow you to have as many spaces as you want inside of your whatever you put inside of it, so the inner HTML inside of pre-tag. So that is actually your code highlighted, as simple as that. Now pretty quickly I am just going to remove this, so now you know. And if you want inline code, you can just say code and then give it a class of the language you want. Let's say language HTML, and then you can add any inline code you want. So we can say and GT. If you don't know what's and GT, and GT is nothing but the open no, this is and LT, that means the less than. Okay, that's this thing to show it on your website. And you also have and GT, so where is it, and GT, and that is nothing but this character. So I mean, you wrap your tags inside of them, right? So let's say h1, and then let's just copy this and paste this right over here, and let's say hello, just like that. And what you'll see is the code highlighted, so the HTML code highlighted. Okay, then so that was just a demo, a quick demo. Now let's get into the actual what we're gonna do. So we are actually gonna have hello world in some languages. So first of all, let's try it on Python because we selected Python. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna have pre-tags. I'm gonna say code.language dash the language whatever I use, code.language dash py. I can use dash py for Python, and then I can just say hashtag Python. So why hashtag Python? Because that's a comment in Python. And then let's get rid of the indentation, same here, and let's just say print hello world. Now you won't get syntax highlighting, I know, but that's what you have to do. And let's take a look at the output, and yeah, you get Python hello world. So let's do same for some other languages. So I'm just gonna duplicate this with alt shift down arrow, and this should be JS for JavaScript, and this should be /JavaScript because JavaScript has these kind of comments. And shouldn't be print hello world, it should be console.log hello world, and hit save. And that's JavaScript 0. Let's just like, I mean, these comments are not necessary, it's just because I want to show that how comments work. So Python, you have JavaScript, you have this highlighting, and let's just do the same. I'm just going to copy and paste some code. So for C++, let me just copy it, and right in here let's create pre-tags, and then code dot language dash cpp for C++, and let's just paste that in, hit save. Let's take a look. So that looks nice, but we have this indentation because I copied it, so I need to remove this. So now this looks a lot more neater. So that's C++. Let me copy one more block of code, I mean just the whole element, so that we don't waste our time. So after this one we have this one. You can copy your own code actually. So I mean, you don't need to write your code inside of here, so that I mean it's difficult to write code inside of here. So I'm just gonna copy one more element, and then the last one. So you can see C#, this is the hello world in C#. And finally the last one, and this is nothing but dot. So let's just remove the indentation, hit save, and that's it. So as you can see, we highlight some of the languages. Now let's also download another Prism file, another Prism with the dark theme. So that should be it. I select the theme, and then I just go down and then download the JavaScript. So I'm going to save it as, and then let's download the CSS file at the same place with the same name, and that's the dark file. And if you want the dark theme, you can just go ahead and change this light to dark. Hit save and take a look at your code. Wow, this looks, I mean, this looks very good to me. That light theme wasn't good. I mean, I don't like the light themes a lot, so this is the one which I like. So I think that's it for this video, guys. I hope you like it. If you have any doubts, if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. This was a really nice library that, I mean, the developers that made this, I mean, it's actually a good thing. You have a lot of languages, right? And I think that's it for this video. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions, if you have any doubts, if you want more content on these kind of things, these kind of tools. And finally, thanks for watching.